Hello, yes, Andrew. Yeah, that is my beautiful, lovely, sweetie wife. What are you doing?
I'm preparing Shito.
Oh, you're preparing?
I'm preparing to prepare it.
Shito, right?
Hello.
Mrs. Queen also, Queen Nashira also is here.
Hi.
So, yeah.
This is my mom and dad, and she is cooking and he is videoing. And I am swimming in that pool.
Wow, you're swimming in that pool over there, right?
Yep.
Right.
And I am running there, and I'm saying, "Can it fall?" And I did this,
Ooh.
and I jumped in the pool and made a big splash.
Wow, that is cool. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, go there. Yeah, this is Obroni Yasantua. You know, it's not easy to find a wife like somebody like this. And I always tell you, you have to make it happen. Obroni Yasantua is a woman that
I hope I'm a woman.
never make their husband feel hungry. She knows she has married a culture that our food is most important to us, and she never let me down. Now she's going to make a shito. So Brony has something. What are you doing down there?
When I make mine, I like to pound some chili and garlic and the ginger.
Yep.
Like I like to smash it all up first. I chop some also, but I like to pound some into a paste as well as having a little bit of chunks of chili in there as well. So right now I'm just pounding the garlic and chili and ginger.
You see, as I always said, spread the love and stop the hate. She's a white woman. She's making a shito. Is it not amazing? Is it not like a surprise to you? Like, I see you have all this chili and all that stuff. What does that mean? What are you going to do?
Well, shito's chili, is it not?
Yeah.
So this, I've already put some in here and I'm smashing it into a paste. But this one I'll just chop it up nice and fine.
Yeah.
So it'll fry nice. You get little chunks of chili in there, not just paste.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the onions and...
I'll chop them up really fine. Some people like to blend it all together. It cuts the time down, but I don't. You know, sometimes when you cook with your hands, you cook with love. It just adds, I think so anyway.
So like you just want the natural stuff.
Yeah, I want my hand on it.
You don't want it. But you have a blender. Why you don't use the blend to blend all of them together?
Because it doesn't taste as nice. It tastes better when you do it by hand.
That is
You're mashing
amazing.
it with love.
So this is your, what's it?
The dry crayfish.
The dry crayfish, and this
Dried chili flakes.
dry chili, and this.
The dried powdered shrimp, like blended
Oh,
shrimp.
okay.
Yeah.
And this is the another
Chili powder.
Chili powder.
This is like my Maggi.
Oh yeah.
I don't have it in the cube because I prefer to use Benny, but we couldn't get Benny. But this is just as good. It's like the not the crayfish Maggi cube, but the chicken.
Oh, the chicken.
But the crayfish one is inside, so you can use whichever.
So this one, yeah,
Yeah,
you can
it's like
use
a
either.
powder.
That's the powder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same like when you use Benny. It's
Oh,
the same
yes.
as Benny.
Oh, okay.
And anytime I've made this for you, when I use the Benny, you tend to like it a bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
So it's not something I just learned. I trial and error of getting you to taste it. I make one and then change it a bit until I got it the way you like it.
Obroni Santua, like a lot of people are asking, like the food that you cook on social, like you cook for me and you put it on social media. Some people don't believe it's like it's you cook it or because the white woman cooking such a food. What motivates you to do that?
Well, you are married a Ghanaian for one, and in you coming here, you've left your culture, your family, your food, your country, and we have a daughter also, and I think sometimes the quickest and easiest way to introduce somebody to culture is through food. And I didn't want you to be lonely. I mean, it's bad enough you miss your family, your friends, your culture, the smells, but you know, when you're really homesick, food is something that can really cool your heart a little bit. And they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
With a stomach. Yeah.
And I didn't want you to miss your food, and I don't want Nash to go home and not know how to eat Ghanaian food. I think that's just ridiculous.
But
And food is for the soul, and food is a huge part of Ghanaian culture. So I don't want you to leave everything behind and come here and get chicken and chips. That's just silly.
because I really like Shito. And I went to the African shop and buy Shito. And when I come home and my wife said, nah, this thing I'll make it better for you. And I was surprised. How can you make this better? I said, you just wait and see. She did one Shito for me. My God. Now it's in the market. Now that Shito is in the market. Now she's upgrading it. Upgrading to the next level. And I'm really happy for your effort. But we have some people too that, sorry, like they marry to a white, a black to black. And all the time you see them on KFC, you see them with this, my God, like they also love your food.
Wait, who loves my food?
Yeah, that we blacks, we appreciate eating the chips, chicken, and all that. They think that the fufu and all that stuff is not.
That stuff is not good.
Yeah.
You didn't grow with it. I don't understand why you wouldn't learn to cook your partner's food, why you wouldn't learn to enjoy it. And in that case too, it's not always. Sometimes we go and we buy KFC and you let me also have a break. And if you're prepared to eat the crap here, why shouldn't I be prepared to cook good food? The stuff that you grew with. The other stuff, you didn't grow with it and it can make you sick.
And I have a big question to ask you.
Now I'm scared.
Yeah, there is some people who are also married to a white woman. I have my own Ghanaians, or not Ghanaian, they're my Africans, who have also married to a white woman. And some of the feedback that you get from them is the white man, a white woman, they don't want you to call home. The white woman don't want you to send money home. A white woman don't want you to do this. Like a white woman always just put you in same like in the cage. And many people are complaining about why you have to be so different. You two also are white.
Because I love you. I didn't marry you to keep you like a pet. I married you because I wanted to spend the rest of my life making you happy.
So what about those that they stay with their partners and like they think they can't access with their phone, they can't access with this, a white woman and this and that. You yourself, I think you have had some issues before.
Yeah.
So what message you think it can help those who are also like in the 50-50 husband, like a black and white relationship?
You just, look, it's not easy because you're bringing two different cultures together, and then you have to understand too that your family are on the other side of the world, so the time zones are different as well. And we come from, well, we're not rich, but we're better off than maybe some. So a lot of white people, white women maybe have that perception that you've come just to take the money and all of that sort of stuff. I said, but if you take somebody from another culture, you have to humble yourself. You just have to be a little bit humble and understand the cultural differences. And together you will grow. In the beginning, maybe you won't like the way I do things. And maybe me too, I don't like the way you do things.
Yeah.
But if you have open communication and you humble yourself and say, he's not from here. He doesn't do things, when you first came here and you said, don't use your left. And you're like, I've been using my left hand for 40 years. Why are you telling me not to use my left? But then when you tell me why, so that you have to be open and honest and humble and have communication. Because if you just say, don't use your left, why? Whereas where I'm from, when you use your left, it's like this. I said, oh, okay, then let me try not to use my left out of respect for you. Yeah. So it's about communication and respect. And if you can't do that, if you're going to take somebody from another culture and you can't do that, then reconsider it, because you are only going to cause pain and heartache. Can you imagine if I didn't let you call your mother? Your mother is also my mother.
So, same like we the men, when we come and marry you the white woman and the white man and the white man with a black woman, what we also think like this, like, oh, I'm the king, I'm the boss, I'm the that. Why you tell me to go and watch it? Why you tell? But that is what they're saying. That is what the black and white relationship are saying. I always clean the house. I always want to do this. I have to do this. I put the balls here. Is it not something that is weird?
Well, I don't have to ask you, because you see that sometimes I'm tired and you help me. So I don't have to say, hey babe, can you wash your plate? You grew with that respect. You respect women,
Yeah.
And I think you know, it's every relationship for that stuff is different. Even here with white and white, you will have that you know, the man will go and earn the money, so when he comes home, that's it, his job is done.
Yeah.
Not knowing he also helped to born that kid and do that stuff. And for we've never had that problem.
Yeah.
If I was working and you weren't, I came home and everything was done.
Yeah.
When you're working, you come home and everything is done. I do that because I want you to come home and be free. But when I'm really tired and you can see I'm tired and you can see, oh, she didn't sweep the floor today. Did you tell me off?
Nah.
You just take the broom and do
Do it.
And even I will come and say, baby, don't do it. You say, baby, just rest. Just let me do it for you. So when you have that respect in the relationship, there isn't going to be any of that nagging and what. But if you come home and you dump your dishes and you dump this and you just expect, you have that expectation of the partner, she will do it. Definitely she will be annoyed. It doesn't matter what color.
So that means being a relationship, to make a beautiful relationship, is we need to respect each other's decisions. Like we need to also see through that, oh, if she cannot do it, I can do it. Not in the bad ways, you know, not in about in the shouting ways. Oh, babe, please, can you get me this? Oh, please, can you get me that? Oh, babe, please. So when, and we the men, sometimes when we come home and we think we have to go for work, and we come home, the house is messy. Why you didn't do this? You sit home all the time and you didn't do this. That will not make a relationship to grow up, you know. So my friends, that you have a white woman or you have a white husband, those who white too, that they have a black husband and they have a black woman, please, it's a equal, as Obroni Yasanto have explained. She's making a shito and it's very nice, and this is a little bit education for all of us. Black people, it's your responsibility to also cook this for your husband. If he is making you to feel like a queen, you need to also let him to feel like a king. So now Obroni Yasanto is making shito. Let's see how the shito will end. Don't go away. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Trio. Yeah. Now we have come to the other section of the shito. We are still on progress. Let's have a look and see how Yasantua is making his shito. So now I see you put the onion and all this.
Yeah, I've already heated the oil, so now I'm going to fry the onion for a bit.
Yep.
And actually, if you can do me a favour, I left the mortar and pestle over there with the stuff I was pounding.
Yep.
If you wouldn't mind to grab that one for me. So what I'm doing now, I've added oil, a fair amount of oil. Shito has got a little bit of oil. You can add more later if need be. And I'm just frying the onion off. And I think I've said it before when making this, I like to try and leave my hand, I keep my hand on it. If you know, shito is naturally dark. You know, they call it Ghanaian black sauce.
Yeah.
But you don't want the black to come from being burnt, because then it becomes bitter.
Yep.
And if it's bitter, it doesn't taste.
Tastes nice.
It doesn't taste nice
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
So you want the natural colours of the cooking to be what turns it to be a dark.
Yep.
And you generally won't get that dark colour until you start adding the crayfish and the shrimp. Yeah. So you want to sort of fry the onion off until it's a little bit translucent. You don't want to caramelize it. You know, if you caramelize, it's like brown and sticky, like what you would use in a sausage.
Yeah.
But this one, you want it to just be translucent. Turn that down a bit. Yeah.
So Obroni Yasantoa is once again in it. As now the onion is in, and now start to stir it a bit. And I see what. Because I don't know, I have no idea how shito is made. Maybe when I was a kid, that I was home, that I see my mom was doing it. Aside that,
and you know, my favorite thing was when I asked your mom, how do I make this shito? Or I asked Marabi in Kumasi, how do I make this shito? You know what I love is when you ask the old women how to make something. There's no measurements.
Yes.
So nothing I do here is with measurement. It's by taste and adding it, and that's my favorite thing about making it, is that, you know, Marabi they gave me a recipe for jollof. There was no 2 tomatoes, 4 chilies, 100 mils. It was all just a bit of this, a bit of this, a bit of this. Oh, it's my favourite thing. That's the thing I love the most about Ghanaian cooking. Nobody has a measuring cup and a measuring spoon. Everything is by sight and by taste.
That is amazing because it's really, you know, the reason why when I talk about my wife, she's somebody who really picks things quickly. She's really.
So I'm just going to add the stuff I pounded now, the chili and ginger that I pounded. So we start to add some of that flavour now. Maybe may I please have that cloth? Thank you. You know me, I will rub my eye and then you'll be taking over. And there'll be no shit.
That is amazing.
And this is my pot. This is my Shito pot. It was my grandmother's, my nana's. So it's really old. It's none of this stone bake. It's just a tin pot. It's not stone. So it's not non-stick. It's not. Yeah, this has been around a while.
Have been around for so long. This pot. Yeah. That is what I like about the white people.
Oh, it's not all white people. It's just the ones who grew up poor. We don't throw anything away. You don't know even when you first came here.
They don't see fancy things. Like everything is now normal. They don't see.
Only the poor ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't throw anything away.
So now you have to stir it on top.
Yeah, I don't want it to burn. If it burns, it'll be bitter and it won't be nice.
Yeah.
And if it's too low, it takes too long for everything to happen. So you have to find like a happy medium.
Then you have to explain this how now this one will turn and how to.
Yeah, you just do it by sight and smell. Because you don't want it to burn. And this you're just adding the flavour. So what I will do next is I'll probably add the tin tomato. And then with stuff like garlic and chili and ginger, so I've put this in now to add some flavour. But when I want it to be hot, the later you add the chili, the hotter. If you add it at the beginning, it's not as hot as if you add it at the end.
Is it not interesting?
That's why I pound some for chili. I pound it for flavour.
She is explaining how to make a shito. This is very educative and motivative video. Spread the love and stop the hate. This one will solve somebody's relationship.
I'm going to add the tin tomato now. This is the part where it gets a little bit long because it sort of doesn't look. You'll look at it, it looks like it's splitting, almost like you're cooking cream and it's splitting with the milk. But if you have patience, it all comes together. Yeah. This one, you want to cook it until it really combines well.
Yeah, if I can turn the camera in.
Yeah, can you turn it down? Yeah, down, not up my boobs.
So this
Go to your left a little bit. Yeah.
This is how it looks now.
So when you first start, it's just going to be break up with the oil. But eventually it'll all mesh and come together. This one, the oil is even a little bit many, so.
So you'll be stirring this and add stuff on.
Yes, I'll add the beni soon as well, the maji. So you see how the oil kind of breaks it up? Eventually it all comes together when it starts to cook really well. And you know, anytime you add something like this, it also cools the oil down. So you're sort of waiting for it to heat back up to that almost boiling point as well. And this is the important time, especially if you're cooking it on a higher heat, not to take your eye or your hand off it for long, because if it starts to burn, it will go bitter.
So you'll be doing it like this?
For a little while. That's why I said, I mean, you can blend it all in the blender and throw it all into the oil, but I don't think you get the same result or the same flavour. And you know, when you cook, it sounds silly. You know, us white people talk about cooking with love, but it's true. When your hand is on it, your heart is in it.
Yes.
I much prefer to also be in control than have a metal blade chop everything up in a blender. It tastes, you get that metallic flavor versus doing it by hand. Personally, that's my.
That is really
I'm
amazing.
not a chef. That's just my opinion.
It's really amazing. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. And you can see the color is really nice. It's turning.
It's really quite red
Yeah.
at the moment, but it will darken up.
It will dark later. So Bruniya Santua is making a shito. We see how the end will be.
I'm going to add a little bit of the Benny now too, just to get some of that taste in. And this one too is something I try to do by taste. I usually let you taste it to let me know whether you want a bit more salt. Yeah.
Amazing. Ya Santua with the shito.
Sorry, baby.
Okay.
I'm just going to add, if I don't knock this over, the extra chili and garlic. I also have powdered chili and dry chili also that I will put in a little bit later when I add the
Yes. Ya Santua in the building.
Yo.
So you can see
It
how
smells good too.
yeah, it smells very nice. It smells really nice.
And it's hot, so that's why we're outside today. It's like
Yeah.
35 degrees, so I quite like cooking outside like that. That's nice. And my rule of thumb, anytime I cook this, when Baba Abu here, I'll ask my husband, come and taste it, come and taste it. As far as he said, yep, the chili's good, yep, mate, everything's fine. When he walks away, I add a little bit more chili and a little bit more Benny and a little bit more of everything. And then the next time he tastes it, it's perfect.
Beautiful.
So, you know, every time I do that, right?
Yeah.
Every single time.
It looks nice.
You know, I said I won't be happy until you take a batch home for Ma in the village.
Yep.
And if she tells me, if she gives me the thumbs up, then I'm happy. Until then, I don't know.
So that is the end part, right?
Until I'll cook this for a little bit longer because the tomato paste is a bit separating in the oil, and then I'll add the crayfish and the shrimp.
Okay.
And the chili powder and stuff too. So everything is, and you know, like Shito is very individual to every family. Each Ghanaian family and every grandmother, mother, they will also have their own way. This is my way. This is the way he likes it. And so that's why I cook it this way. But to each and every person in their own way, this is the way I like to cook it for my husband. But if my mum tells me it's wrong, you can bet I'll change it. Just so you know.
Yeah, but what about if I like it just that way?
Then I'm sure your mother will tell you otherwise and you will listen. I cook it this way because it's the way you like it.
Yeah.
So. You know, you also want to cook it long enough for the onion and the chunks of chili to sort of break down a little bit too, because you know it's not generally a chunky sauce, but I like to have a little bit of chunk of chili so that you get a little bite, you know, a little zap of heat occasionally. You know. So, but it's coming together nice.
It's really getting darker a bit.
Mm. Add some of the dry chili. And this one is hot chili powder. And you'll see the colour change a little bit again.
Yeah.
And I will probably add more of that later as well. You see the chili flakes in there now. So I said this method takes a little bit longer because I didn't blend everything into a paste. But sometimes I think when your hand is on it and it cooks a little bit longer, you get a little bit more flavour.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. That is nice. That is amazing. So interesting. So really nice.
Sorry, I'm
Really,
not talking
really
much because
nice.
I'm concentrating. It's pointed at my boobs.
That one, I don't know how many times I video it.
I should have put some glitter there. It's really starting to go. And the shrimp. So I might let it cook a little bit longer first, actually. And you know the shrimp too, because it's a powder, it also helps to bring it together. Now it's a little bit separated because of the oil and the consistency of the tomato paste.
Yeah.
So this is the ground up shrimp. Yeah. You'll see it start to get thicker. Yeah.
Start to get thicker.
Yes. The dry crayfish. There. You can see that stuff starts to absorb the oil a little bit more.
Wow. I don't know how I can find it. Come. Wow. That is amazing. This is Yasantua Ghanaian Shito. That is amazing. That is really nice. Oh, it's now getting dark. Huh?
This
And
one
it's
it'll
not
take
like
it. I've
dark,
turned
but
it
it's really dark, nice dark.
red.
Yeah,
Really
red.
red. It'll
Yeah.
go darker than this because now, from now going, it'll just be stirring,
Yep.
stirring and tasting for maybe another 20 minutes.
Yep.
Just depend. I've turned it down because here the flame is quite high on the outside.
Yeah. Wow. That is amazing. That is really amazing. Ah, well,
We'll be back.
we will be back for the final
Conclusion.
conclusion. Yasantua is making a shito. Isn't this surprise? No, it's not surprise. There's nothing you can do in this world. When you put your effort, when you really want to achieve it, you can achieve it. And Obroni Yasantua, from fufu, palm nut soup, okra soup, nkrakra, light soup, ayoyo, abenkwine, whatever.
TZ.
Ne nyinaa wɔyɛ. Spread the love. not the hate. We'll be back.
Be back.
Start out good now. Nash, just play.
Huh? Just play, Nash, play.
T, you can't be there with the phone near the water. It's silly.
The final conclusion is here. Finally, Obroni Asantua have concluded the shito. The shito is here.
You wanna
Everything
taste it?
is nice. Yeah, let me taste it. Wow.
You want me to add anything?
No, please don't touch it. It's nice. Don't add anything, please.
You know I normally do.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
I just taste the shito and it's so amazing. Wow. Thank you for your effort.
You're welcome.
It really looks nice and everything is nice. I don't know how I can show you guys. Let me show you. Don't know if you can see it well.
This way a bit. Mhm. Yeah.
This is the shito. My God. Amazing. Really, really nice.
You sure it's hot enough? I can
Yeah.
add chili.
No, I don't want it. That's Antoine. As far as everything is done,
Yeah.
I want you to have a short message for your, you know, people. A lot of people also love you, no matter the ones that they hate you.
I like those ones more.
And you still love them.
Why
Even
not?
they hate you, but you still love them
It's a kill 'em with
because
kindness.
because you see them that like they will realize and come back later.
Okay.
So, just Antoine, have a short message before.
Oh, you put me on the spot. You know what I will say is, regardless of whether it's an interracial marriage, black, white, Chinese, you know what? At the end of the day, there are enough people outside of your house waiting to tear you down, especially when it is an interracial marriage. There are enough people outside trying to tear you down. So don't tear each other down inside your home. Make the home to be happy. Make each other happy. Respect each other. Do for the man. You know, this is soul food. So I cook for this guy's soul. Everything he does for us. He works hard, sometimes 12 hours a day. He comes home, he doesn't come home to a microwave meal. Never.
Never.
Never. Not in my house.
Never.
So, and I know if it was the other way around, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
You know, there are enough people outside these doors trying to tear us down. We don't do it to each other. We build each other up. And that's what's going to make a successful life in marriage.
Beautiful. That
And
is,
Shito. Shito helps too.
yeah, that is Obroni Yasantua message. Thank you who love me, Abu
I'm
Trika
going off the
Nation.
fire now because it's getting
Yep,
quite dark.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Thank
That
you.
is
Oh,
it.
it's done. We finished the shito. We kill it.
Who killed it?
Oh, you kill it.
With your
The
chocolate.
cameraman, I don't know the cameraman even do a good job because
Yeah,
I was
you did.
videoing something. Yeah. But I want to say thank you to anybody who loves me, who I am, but not what I am. I want to take this opportunity and tell all the friends out there, Even twins, they have agree and disagree. So if you are in other way that you don't agree with me, please don't hate me. It may be a day that
You need me.
you need me, or it may be a day that my message will also go on your way and you will love it. I don't criticize about somebody who is saying this and me too I'm saying that, and somebody who is hating my wife, so Bruniya Santua say this and she is a white woman and this and that and that. No. Just love me who I am, but not what I am. So I really appreciate for my fans there, Obroniya Santua, getting messages every single day about how they love the way she cooked, the way she making the family to be happy, the way she respect me, the way she do her things. A lot of people have been getting more inspiration from Obroniya Santua, and that is what we need to do. So don't see me, I do this, and me, sometime my brain it go here and go here, and I cannot let the lies take over my truth. And that is Obroniya Santua. So if you see our pictures and our photos in social media, it's not because of we are supernatural. Now, it's the way we manage to maintain our relationship and take equality and know everybody can make it happen. Obroniya Santua, thank you for making this shito, and I'm really appreciate all my fans there. We are anti-degree family. Anti-degree family. And if you want to join anti-degree family, go to No Degree Family in Portabi page. You can see anti-degree family pages there. Continue to follow. This is another movement that we want to wake the youth up, because we have been sleeping for so long. I love you. Cheers. If you are in the Victoria here, around Victoria here, if you want Obroniya Santua Shito, there's many there. I can box it and send for you.
I'm hoping you will
to
jar
also,
it and not box
oh,
it.
I will jar it. I will jar it and send for you so that you can also have a taste. If you live around my side here, don't hesitate to just inbox me and I'll send you Obroniya Santua Shito. Thank you, and we meet again. The truth will always defeat the lies. The lion. Wow.